Shifting focus away from that, Pakistan continues resorting to disruptive measures to rake up the Kashmir issue. This time, Pakistan-backed groups are planning to hold protests outside the Indian High Commission in London on the eve of Diwali, the Hindu festival that is on the 27th of October. The planned march is an eerie reminder of the protests during which Pakistanis attacked the India's High Commission on the country's Independence Day. That's the 15th of August. Now, the march comes after Pakistan's Interior Minister announced that October 27th will be observed as Black Day. Reports say that over 40,000 demonstrators will be participating in this march from across Britain and that their travel costs will be borne by the Pakistani government. The protests had raised security concerns. Remember, last time UK authorities had failed to protect the Indian High Commission, which was attacked by Pakistani protesters. Amid the safety issues, British Indian politicians have written to London's Mayor Sadiq Khan, calling for the cancellation of the protests. Khan has said that he condemned the demonstration plan on the auspicious day of Diwali. The Pakistani origin mayor, however, said that it was not in his hand to stop the march from taking place and that the matter be referred to the Interior Ministry of the United Kingdom. And now we have our London Bureau Chief Mandy Clark joining us live here on WION Dispatch for more on that story. Mandy, thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us. We've seen authorities in UK, authorities in London specifically, having double standards when it comes to protests. When it comes to Extinction Rebellion, they want to shut it down completely. But when it comes to Pakistani protests, sponsored Pakistani protests, that is allowed to go on. And again, for another time now.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to hear you, but very much it's seen as a very offensive day to do this planned protest. There has been Linton's sign, and of course the London Mayor Khan said he believed that it was entirely inappropriate, and he's calling on protesters to rethink the date. Now, it's not really in his hands to cancel it unless enough pressure is applied. But it's seen as a very inappropriate action to pick the day of Diwali for this protest, and as much as possible, people are trying to prevent it, especially the violences that we have seen in the past here in India House. So in many ways, people are worried about having that many numbers on such an important day in the Indian calendar.
Right, and India is watching this closely as well, obviously, because we've seen the kind of damage that was done at the Indian High Commission premises in the previous protests, and you saw the effort to clean the place up from the citizens over there. And India certainly does not want to repeat, and India will certainly not take it right if the UK were to be found tilting towards Pakistan in a situation like this, because at the end of the day, it is the auspicious festival of Diwali that the whole of India celebrates that we're talking about.
Exactly, and the previous protest did cost around £150,000 in damages. So they're certainly worried that India House will be targeted again by violent protesters. So the level of security will be required just to ensure that to protect the High Commission. So it is a major concern when it comes to security and the volume of people planning to do it. Of course, there's that extra insult on picking it on the day of Diwali. So there's a number of factors that people just simply find offensive that this protest has been planned. And if it goes ahead, it could create a lot of tensions within the communities here in the UK.
Right. Mandy Clark, our London Bureau Chief, joining us with that live update straight from London. Thank you, Mandy, for being with us here on WION Dispatch.